Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm back for another fall video today. I'm really in the fall makeup vibes. The leaves are turning somewhat where I live. It's getting cooler, especially in the mornings and the evenings, and it just is making me so excited. So I know the last fall makeup video I did was a bit more dramatic, I guess, for my style of makeup. So today I wanted to focus on very easy, very simple, quick fall makeup that you can incorporate into your routine if you're looking to mix things up a little bit. This is going to be very minimal. It's basically just going to be like one eyeshadow and then call it a day. And honestly, that is what I do on a daily basis. So I'm right there with you, and hopefully this video can help you and give you some color ideas, some product recommendations if you're in the market for new products. But I know things are crazy in the world right now and things are expensive, so I always encourage you to use what you already have and find something similar in your collection and make it work for you. So I've already picked out a handful of products that kind of fit the vibe of today's video. I actually picked out a loose pigment for my eyeshadow today, so I'm gonna start with eyeshadow primer. This is the CoverGirl Lid Lockup eyeshadow primer. Oh, also, if you are a returning viewer, you'll have to let me know what you think about the audio in today's video. I don't know if you'll be able to see. I have a wireless mic on today that my friend actually gave me. So Mariella, if you're watching, thank you so much. And I'm curious to see how the audio is different from the other mic and which one you guys prefer better. So let me know in the comments down below. So this is newer to my collection. It's from the cosmetic company store and it's just the MAC pigment. The shade, however, is discontinued. This is the shade Tan, and I have wanted this for a long time. So I finally was able to purchase it. And it was $10. They were having the 6 for $60 sale at the cosmetic company. This is a beautiful product, but I almost hesitated to buy it because it's a loose pigment. It's just harder to, work with and takes more time. And oftentimes in the morning before work, I don't have an excess amount of time to do my makeup. I don't really reach for it very often, but it's so beautiful. So I had to incorporate it in today's routine. So I'm just gonna take a fluffy brush to start. I'm gonna use this Moda brush. It's their crease brush. I have this set linked in my description box in almost every video because I use it in almost every video. You can find Moda brushes on their website, which I have a discount code in the description box as well. If you purchase through their website, and then they also sell on Amazon, and they're often at Nordstrom Rack and TJ Maxx too. They make my favorite makeup brushes for such a good price with an amazing quality. So this is why we're doing eyeshadow first, because I don't want any to fall out onto my under eyes. But I'm just taking that fluffy brush and placing this on the lid in a very sloppy way. Mostly focusing on the crease to make sure the crease is blended out. Then I'm going to take what's remaining. I put some in the lid here. So I'm going to just grab what's remaining there on my finger and really pack it on the lid itself. The UPS man just pulled up. My dogs are probably going to start barking. Gosh, that is such a pretty shadow. Why would they discontinue this? I want to know. Because I'm pretty sure it's not because it wasn't being sold. It's a very popular shade, and it's stunning. Too much. Going back in with my finger. So not much went under my eyes at all, but just to clean up the shape a little bit, we're gonna go in with concealer next. My e.l.f. hydrating camo. I'm gonna do this combo for my foundation. I bought this probably in the summer, but as you can tell, it's a bit pale for me even right now. It'll probably be really good in the winter. And I've had this in my bathroom that I was using when I had sunscreens that had a bit of a white cast to them. I would mix this on top to counteract that, but I still have quite a bit of this left, and I figured I can get some good use out of both of these. So this is gonna be my first time mixing them. We'll see how it goes. I'm doing about equal parts of both. All right, actually I'm adding more bronzing drops. Well, I ended up with way too much product. So I think that color turned out pretty good. I'll definitely be mixing those again Now I'm gonna go in and blend my concealer just using my finger. Blending that line there with that same brush, and I didn't pick up any extra product, just what's remaining. Same thing with my foundation brush. And because I wear glasses, I will just wipe away most of that foundation right where the pads of my glasses sit so that it doesn't collect there or transfer onto my glasses or anything. That little foundation trick definitely worked, but I still feel like I need bronzer to match my more kind of neutral tan body. It's kind of tricky right now because with Accutane, my face is quite red. It's always been red, more so when I was like sweaty or hot or working out, but now it's just always red. So the color of my face is just gonna look different than my neck for sure and my body, which is fine. Oh, I forgot to mention, I'm using the RMS Beauty bronzer, their Re-Dimension Hydra Bronzer in the shade Beach Walk Betty. I don't even know what's going on with my hair today. I just decided to not care about it, but it's quite frizzy. And for highlighter, I'm going to be using the Revlon Skin Lights highlighter in the shade Daybreak Glimmer. This is so pretty. I got this on Amazon. I talked about it when I first ordered this as well, but it was it's like, oh, it's so frustrating because this is a drugstore product, but full price. I think it's around $15, which is crazy. So I waited until there was a sale. I ended up getting it on Amazon. So on those flash sales, I think it was like $7 or $8. So that felt more worth it to me than the 15 they were asking for. It is a really pretty formula though. It's very high-end feeling. I think it's made in Spain. It's a lot of words on the back, but it feels like a formula that's not made in the States. This blush is basically a perfect match to my outfit. It's the NYX Sweet Cheeks blush in the shade Bombshell. This is so pretty. I got this a while ago and I wasn't really reaching for it, but now I'm really enjoying it. It's just so pigmented, which I love in a product like this, in a blush specifically, but it's not going to be for everyone. So just keep that in mind if you end up purchasing it, or if you're like thinking about purchasing it. It's very pigmented. Like that is from a swatch that was very much so like buffed into the brush and kind of blended out before I put it on my face. And it's still really pigmented. And it's like a soft matte blurring finish. So if you're struggling with texture at all, this is a good one for you. I was literally just talking about how red my face looks, and then I went and added that much blush on top of it. To match the tones on my eyes a bit more, I'm going to go in with this Buxom Blush Wanderlust Primer Infused Blush. The shade is Seychelles. Just going to make the tones a bit more balanced. Also, this adds a nice glow to the cheeks. I'm actually going to put some of this in my crease too. Now on the lower lash line, I'm going to do some Kulfi underlined Kajal eyeliner. The shade is Cheeky Chiku. This is a pretty emollient liner. I have a whole video on eyeliners, like the different types that are sold in the industry, how each of the different types perform, and my personal preferences and the ones I would recommend you buy, and the ones I think are the most versatile for someone's collection, even if they're a beginner. A Kajal eyeliner isn't necessarily one that I would recommend. I got this in one of those like Sephora beauty pack things, so I'm happy to have tried this, but I wouldn't say that you need to go out and get this. I would recommend other eyeliners over this one. But this is a really pretty chocolatey shade, and it's the only brown chocolate eyeliner I have in my collection right now, so just trying to get use out of it. I'm going to just line my lower lash line with this, as well as tight line. tightline and also get in between my lashes. And then using that bronzer again and a small pointed fluffy brush, I'm going to set that down as well as kind of blend it. Because I would not trust this eyeliner without setting it on my lower lashes. It's too creamy. Essence Stay in Play gel liner in the shade Silky Nude. Putting this in my waterline to open up my eyes. I really need to trim my brow hairs. They're quite long and unruly right now. So just because this is fast, I'm going to use my Believe Beauty styling gel, which I've been using every day recently. This is so pretty, but they discontinued Believe Beauty, or the company shut down, I guess I should say, and it's a crying shame. I just realized I forgot to put my rings on. I was too focused on my earrings. They're new. They're very fall. I'm going in with the Revolution Wrap Lash Mega Extension and Volume Tubing Mascara in the shade Brown. I do enjoy this tubing mascara, but I would not recommend it to you if you kind of like fluttery lashes. This mascara doesn't really provide fluttery lashes. It's kind of like a fast drying tubing formula, and I'll show it to you here in a second, but it can look a little bit clumpy. It's not really in a bad way, but it's just very wet formula, and then like I said, it dries really fast, so you don't have time to really like comb through every individual lash. Side is with and this side's without. So it's really pretty and it's good for every day. You can't really build something like this though, because like I said, it's drying really fast, so it'll start to flake once you let the tubes dry and then go over them again, you know? So I think in my last video I compared this to the Bubble and Rudy Berry tubing mascara. I would not say that they're similar anymore. Just the colors are, but this formula is very different than that one. But I actually enjoy mascara that's fast like this because, you know, we're all trying to save time, especially in the morning. This packs a punch and then you're done, you know? By far and away my favorite lip stain. It's the Peri Para Ink Mood Glowy Tint. This one is in the shade Brown something. I'll link it down below. My favorite finishing touch, the Marilyn Monroe Wet n Wild eyeshadow palette. This is the perfect highlighting shade for my inner corner. Well, I hope you enjoyed this really simple, easy, everyday fall makeup look. Please let me know in the comments down below if you're going to be recreating this look or if you gained any inspiration from it. I would love to know and hear your thoughts. As always, I just appreciate you guys and taking the time out of your day to watch my videos. It definitely means a lot to me. I hope you're enjoying your fall season with your family and loved ones. I thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!